All right, so heading to start my day of clients. I've got 3 scheduled today. I've got a first client. It's a reactive dog. We just met for the first time late last week, and they've got a few other dogs. So in cases like that where they've got a lot of dogs, multiple family members, a lot of moving parts in the home, it's a little more complicated. Dogs are certainly feeding into that. Dogs will feed into each other, so it's not just training one dog, although there's usually a primary dog that we're putting most of our focus on. There's other dogs that we have to have everything in order, otherwise the energy is not going to align itself to having the dogs have good behaviors. And then even more difficult is multiple people with different ideas, personality, availabilities in their schedule. So I really try to get my arms around that from the start, and just really get the dogs and people all connected from day one. So lesson 2 is usually where we really gather it up. First one's really intense. It's a workshop. I'm doing most of the handling, showing, demonstrating, explaining, kind of giving forecasts of what this is going to look like long-term training-wise. Today we get into it. We really work on the training plan, teaching the owners. I'll even text them before I arrive just to get them in the headspace of, preemptively having their dog under control before the new event happens, because greetings are a big one for this dog. So maybe I'll try to film it if they allow me. After that, I've got a little puppy. I love this little guy, Rusty. He's cute. He's feisty, but he's, again, if the owner's not fully leading and communicating properly, certain dogs will take advantage. With me, he's pretty good. But with the owner, I might even just take him for a day or two just to kind of work him out in public and see if the owner she's a little older, and it's overwhelming her with the puppy, and he's not a tough puppy. He's just taking advantage because of the limitations of what the owner might be not doing in terms of every need he has. They're doing work, but with puppies it is 24/7. You can't just say, oh, we'll get around to it. You just miss many opportunities to teach the right or wrong response to things in life. So that's that, but I really like him. He's a cute little poodle. And then it's another puppy, but they've got an adult dog that we have to train simultaneously, simply because of the older dog will teach the younger dog some habits, and we have to make sure they're in sync. And also the older dog isn't accepting the puppy, so we have to create some structure between them. I've got a few cases like that right now where I'm working on, where it's the older dog is not accepting the puppy, and we've got to really get things aligned so that everybody integrates in a pack, and there's calmer associations and human leadership driving their interactions between each other, at least for the starter part, consistently. Then I go home, and I've got a couple days, don't want to say off, I do a lot of work from home. I'm working on some of these other projects. I'm trying to get, oh look, there's Brody. Enjoy it. I have to, it's like OCD. That's Brody Stevens, by the way. You see me post those little, where I flash that's on the side of a building here in the valley. Brody Stevens was a comedian. I know I'm getting off topic, but I want to show some respect, and why not? Because unfortunately he committed suicide. He was troubled in his mind. We used to share some DMs or messages on Twitter. He was really into dogs, and back then, I guess on social media, it's probably like 7-8 years ago, maybe less. So he was actually cool. He would reply back. I mean, he was famous at the time, and he had the Asperger thing and the dog thing going on. So we just connected on that front. And just, it's sad, the guy was just troubled. I get it. I've seen videos of him getting very frustrated, and I've been there, and maybe he just didn't have the right places to turn. He had a lot of people who loved him. If you look him up, Brody Stevens, comedian, 818 till I die. Oh, he was great. He just had a very unique presence, and he's loved by a lot of comedians, and me personally, I was just a fan, and I did communicate with him enough where it was sad, and I always want to just give him some respect when I see his mural there in the valley. So that's that. I'm actually really, so anyway, when I take my days off, especially lately, I'm working on some more of these other projects, both to try to get my local business here some growth here, since I think I'm going to plant my roots back in LA, since it's always been work, other than when COVID shut me down. It's been pretty good to me doing my thing here, and there's a lot of opportunities, so I'm going to work more on that, and then just some more online things that I want to really do that I never have because of my own issues. So I'm trying to get some help with that, making the podcast, developing it more, monetizing it, more products, things that I can do online, maybe courses, maybe books. I'm working on it. I mean, I've got a million irons in the fire. It's just, at what point does this actually take hold. Anyway, I'm gonna head back in traffic here. I got another probably 30 minutes of driving. All right, so thank you. That's the update. Do you like these longer videos? I don't know. I just, I got time, things to say. I know other content creators are, this is what they do. They share every little minutia of their life. I'm looking for my sunglasses here. Oh, there they are. But yeah, so that's your update. Hopefully you like. If you don't, I don't know. I'm just doing what comes to mind, stream of consciousness, nothing planned.